Okay. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? Yeah, there is lots of stuff going on. This lighting. Let's see. Let's see. What's going on? Hold on, let me refresh this. You're gonna hear Lucy eating, so sorry about that. She's eating right over there. Wait for a few people to come in here. I have I have some things I want to show you guys. Let's get out of this. You don't need to look at that. We'll just look at this page right now. I have a few things that I'm going to be showing you on the computer as well as on paper. I was really busy today. I didn't have a lot I could get, but I did get a few things to share with you guys. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for the donation. Even before the live started, you just put it out there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome back, everyone, to PZP News. I'm your host, Danielle. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, share this, get it out there so more people can join. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And any donations, if you want to give, the links are down below in the description box. Thank you for those who have already. Sorry about my appearance today, guys. I got to work in the morning. Enjoyed my 4 days off that I had. Yes, I did. About the webcam, yes, I did. And Troy's in there cooking dinner, so. We tried today with the GoPro. Thank you, George. We tried today with the GoPro, but it wasn't working, so I'm going to get a camera very shortly here.
It looked good with the GoPro, but it wouldn't work on YouTube.
It looked good with the GoPro, but it wouldn't work on YouTube for some reason. And another thing, on Rumble, you have to pay $10 a month to even go live. What are we talking about today? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about Ukraine and what I believe is happening. And we're going to speak on a little bit of Canada. We'll wait for a few more people to come in here and then we'll get started. I just took a relaxing day yesterday. I had a few things I had to deal with in my family. I didn't want to have my head was just like, it was doing my head in like how much I have to do to bring this to you guys. And I was like, I needed a break. So I did some art. Me and Troy made it. I don't know if you can see it behind me, y'all. We made that over there. See that silhouette thing? And it has Lucy's, it's our faces, and it has our hands, and then it has Lucy's paw print in the middle. Pretty cool. Put you back up here. Yeah, it is good because it really messes with my head. I didn't even see that, Mark. I'll have to go back and look afterwards. Okay, so I think I will start, and Mark says hello to you, Troy, and Lucy. Lucy's just eating over here. You can probably hear her crunching. Lou, are you finished? Come here, baby. Come on, up. Come say hi. Come on, up. Let's go. Come on, you can do it. Let's go. She has her nice little pretty necklace on today. Excuse me. Her little Lucy Lou chain that my friend made her. It's a little necklace because she's a pretty little girl. It's powder coated, the chain. It's like a chain, like a link chain, and it's powder coated. Her and her bestie dog friend have the same one. Excuse all your burps. Why don't you go get a drink? The news about the convoy in the USA. Well, most of it is pretty hidden, but there's a lot of turn up. There's a lot of people rallying in the USA with the convoy. I understand why they want to keep it private due to the fact that, you know, what has happened in Canada. But there's like a lot of people in the convoy to DC. So we got 16 people in here, 20 likes. You guys want me to start with what I have? Yeah, they're going to show up big. I think they're going to be bigger than Canada, to be quite honest. I'm very happy that they're doing this and taking it over from Canada. Hey, Whiskey, how are you? Okay, so I have a few things that I want to show on my screen too, even though you guys can't see it. But when I do have ones that are going to be speaking, I have a few speaking videos that I'm going to have you listen to. I'll flip the camera around and show you guys because I don't know. This thing is dumb. I need to get access to where I have like a green screen or something, and then you guys can just see my computer where I'm like sitting in front of it kind of thing. Okay, so, pardon? And Troy's looking for a program right now so I can share my screen with you guys. And that way you guys will be able to better see what I'm looking at and all that. You guys need to watch. Okay, I'll have to look into that. You guys, he says you need to watch 1989 documentary called The Money Masters, Biggest Red Pill You'll Ever Swallow. Aaron Conklin, I sure hope so. I hear they're not going through here in Illinois because of our governor. Okay. First thing, I seen a video in the Ukraine. A woman got run over by a tanker. Her car was totally demolished by a tanker. That was sent to me today, and it was like horrible. So I have receipts of the laboratories in Ukraine. I'm going to show you guys, like I have all the receipts that there is laboratories in the Ukraine. So I'm going to go to that. Okay, so here's the first one. Let me see if I can zoom this in. You guys can't even see it. So I'm going to turn you guys around and show you. Sorry, I have to do it this way, guys. Oops-a-daisy. Okay. So, here's one of the first receipts. Yeah, she did survive. But that's just, I couldn't believe that. Okay, so this, pardon me, guys, if I can't read any of this. Mark, I'd love to see your work. It'd be awesome. I love art. I do a lot of crafting and stuff like that too. So, okay, so I don't know what these are cities in the Ukraine, I presume. This is a fact sheet. Technical assistance project, technical assistance plan for designated recipients of the Ministry of Health of Ukraine. And then it has a registration card. Donor, the Department of Defense of the United States of America. Beneficiary executive agent, the Ministry of Health of Ukraine. Recipients, these are like the laboratory center and who's in charge. Contractor team. Design oversight. Construction oversight. I can't read these names. I'm sorry, guys. You guys can see them. Expert examination of design approval. Design was approved by MOH Central Regime Commission on August 11, 2010. The working design was approved by Patska Oblast. If you guys can read this word, I will give you freaking Akbardizexpatis on December 7, 2010. Construction permit again. State acceptance. EDP's permit. The permit for working pathogens was issued by the Regimen Commission of MOH on March 2nd, 2012. Total cost of the laboratory is USD 1.9 million. It's for lab equipment and furniture. So that's one of the receipts that I have. There's another one right here. Is this the same one? This is, sorry guys, I can't see what you're saying. Hi there. Okay, hello, Lewis. This is another laboratory fact sheet. Donor Department, Ministry of Defense, United States of America. It's just basically showing that there is laboratories in the Ukraine. I have one more, I thought, but maybe I don't. Right here. Diagnostic laboratory. Just basically showing you that there is some there. Okay, so now I'm going to turn you around. Sorry I have to do it this way, guys. It's so bad. Like, you guys are like, what the heck is this lady doing? Okay. So, Biden and his son have corrupt dealings with Ukraine. Biden stands to lose billions if Putin takes over Ukraine. He stands to lose billions if Putin takes over Ukraine. No. But there's fake news about Russia and the Ukraine. Fake images have been blasting all over the internet. Fake media telling what is going on, but not what was really happening. So there's been a lot of fake photos and fake media regarding the Ukraine and Russia war. Like there's people from, be good to your brother. It's because her food's over there, so she's growling. I have some videos on here that I'm going to show you that what's really happening is not happening between them two. So I'm going to show you that in 1 second. Let me now, I got to go find my links. So let me just do this real quick. Sorry, guys. I have a bunch of links. Okay, so for instance, here's a fake photo. This photo was first found May 5th in 2021, and it was from a movie. Okay. It was from a movie. So this is one of the ones that they're blasting all over the internet. And another, this is by Kyle Anthony on Twitter. And another picture, fake from the Ukraine side. This was found in New York Times, in May 5th, 2021. So there's one of the pictures that are faked and are being spread around. And then I want you to listen to this guy. Hopefully you can hear it. Let me turn up the volume. I'm going to turn up the volume. Where is it? Hold on 1 second. Is it this one? Oh, listen to this guy, okay? The issue with all this is that you have to let people criticize you for months, belittle you for months, and then down the road, when they realize you are right, you will have to be okay with never getting an apology. Okay, so this guy is, just listen to what he has to say. I hope you guys can hear it.
From Kiev. My family's 100% Ukrainian.
Can you hear it?
I gotta tell you, folks, I support what Putin's doing. Ukraine is so evil. Ukrainian people are so corrupt, so evil, such liars, thieves. The fact that President Biden and his son have corrupt dealings with Ukraine and still get elected gives you a situation as to why he's invading. Biden and Hunter stand to lose billions if Putin takes over Ukraine. I'm sorry, folks. I'm Ukrainian, and I support this invasion 100%. He's not going to touch Eastern Europe. Everybody needs to chill out. There's a lot more going on than meets the eye. There's a whole lot under the table. And there's a massive mafia in Ukraine. How about the whole country?
Okay, so what do you guys think of that? Do you believe? But then there's another clip I want you to see. Okay? This clip. So now listen to this one.
Hey friends, what's going on in Facebook? How are you doing this morning? I'm doing good.
This guy is just listen.
Listen,
He's a
I
little
just
bit
wanted to get on here
weird.
and chat with you for a few minutes because as I'm scrolling through Facebook, even this morning, all I'm seeing is pray for Ukraine, pray for Ukraine, pray against Russia, pray against Russia, pray for Ukraine. And all we're seeing in the media is Russian invasion, Russian invasion. Putin has now, is making moves against the Ukraine. Putin this, Putin that, Putin this, Putin that. And haven't we been here before? What I want to say to you, the people that are watching, is that there's a bigger picture than Russia invading Ukraine, which, by the way, the people on the ground floor of the Ukraine, not what the media is showing, but the people that are on TikTok that live in the Ukraine that actually can either speak English or it's being translated are saying a different picture. They're telling a different picture than what the media is portraying. So the media is portraying Russian troops flying overhead in the Ukraine, bombing stuff in the Ukraine. They are not. In fact, the Associated Press got caught this morning using photos from when Palestine was attacking Israel and blowing up Israel. The photograph of the explosion that all of the media is carrying and has yet to take down is not from the Ukraine. So, why are we trying to push a war with Ukraine against Russia and then we trying to be an ally against the big bear of Russia? It's very, very simple. And I'm going to explain it to you simply before I run into the store, get my protein shake, and go to the gym. Russia stands against the progression of the New World Order. Russia is the only country that does not have a centralized bank that is run by the Rothschild Luciferian family. Russia does not play with the Freemason society. The president of Russia, President Putin, is not a Freemason. The globalist cabal that is run by Charles Schwab, the Rothschild family, the Rockefeller family, the Chase family, the Russell family, cannot be controlled, and therefore we are always at war.
Okay. So, there's a little snippet of that. So, do you guys believe that it's all smoke and mirrors? I think that it's a little bit like fabricated, if you ask me. And there's a reason behind that. Let me just close these, because I've showed you these. So, you want to see the clip? Now, I would like to see the clip. I would like to see that footage. The media has a history of using footage dishonestly to push a narrative. I will link them down below. Okay, actually. Now, Russia's reply to Canada's sanctions, the last paragraph is interesting. So I'm going to show you guys this. You want the link to that video that I just watched? Okay, so the embassy of the Russian Federation in Canada. This was February 25th, 2022. Okay, so let's see the last pair. Let's see what it has to say. Well, let me zoom in. Okay. The sanctions announced by the Canadian cabinet against the President of Russia and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Russia is an unprecedentedly unfriendly and at the same time absurd step. It contradicts all principles of interstate relations and diplomatic ethics. In this way, the cabinet is approaching the point of irreparable servants and bilateral ties. Responsible follow. In a border context, we would like to draw the attention to the fact that in 2014, Canada shyly turned a blind eye to the overgrowth of the democratically elected President V. Yankovic, I said that wrong, by means of an armed coup. He was unpopular, but the West recognized the democratic nature of his election. And then the same West, including Canada, trampled on its own veracity, declared principles of non-recognition of the illegal overthrow of democratically elected leaders. This is the first. Secondly, for 8 years, Canada not only ignored the rise of the neo-Nazism in Ukraine and the genocide unleashed by Kiev, I'm botching these, Kiev regime against the Russian people. In the east of the country, it encouraged and helped these killings. Canada trained military formations, including neo-Nazi radicals. This is documented fact. Who markers in Ottawa ever realize that they have blood on their hands? Thirdly, Russia is fighting neither Ukraine or Ukrainians. Russia is conducting a special military operation to densify Ukraine. The Canadian government, acting as one of the most zealous sponsors and defenders of the Kiev regime, the same regime which raised symbols of SS divisions and portraits of Hitler's collaborations, Bandera and, can't read that name, Slukovic, as a thing to be proud of. In fact, the protesters, this protects the Nazium, oh my gosh, this Nazium. Thus, this cabinet writes in the name into the darkest pages of history and shames the memory of a generation of brave Canadians who gave their lives in the common struggle for victory over Nazium in World War II. Sorry, guys, I cannot read for the life of me. Those things are hard to read. So I know you guys probably are bored with this, but that was the embassy statement on Canadian sanctions from the Embassy of Federation in Canada. There was a few more things. I don't need that one. Okay, so that one's good. We watched this one. I'm just gonna, okay. So you guys have any questions for me? I changed the quality so now I can read it. We keep seeing the same pics over and over saying it's live, but it's not. Which pictures are we speaking of?
Videos in Ukraine on YouTube.
Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah, they're just time lapse.
Oh, is that what you're looking at?
That's the videos they're talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Mr. B. I'm trying, like, I'm digging up as much information as I can. I'm sorry that I have to flip you guys around and all that, but if I don't flip you around, you're going to see it backwards and you won't understand what I'm trying to say. And all those words in the, documents, taco, pump the volume up, dance, yo. Hi, Taco. Say hi, Taco. Say hello. Thank you so much, Mr. B. Danielle, are you on Messenger, Instagram? Yes, I am. The first video will show a lot. Preach it. Thank you, Pat. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying as hard as I can. Now, I have a bone to pick with your ex-president, Trump. Is he still president? No, he's Biden. It's, oh my God, I got it. That's sad. Okay, sorry, guys. Okay, so Mr. Trump, I only ever seen him as a TV reality person. Trump tells CPAC crowd that the real tyranny is in Canada. I'm late to the show, but that's funny. Sorry, guys. I know these things, but why am I questioning them myself? Okay. He said, if Democrats want to fight for democracy, they should start with Canada. The tyranny we have witnessed in Canada in recent weeks should shock and dismay the world. Now, let me go to my, where is it? Okay. You guys can't see it, but I'm going to let you know. CTV News Calgary. Well, this is news. fake news or whatever you want to say, but former U.S. President Donald Trump is assailing Canada as a country of left-wing fascists for the way it cleared protesters out of Ottawa last weekend. Okay, there's this fucking tool. Sorry for people who like him. And hello to everyone that's coming in. Let me see. I don't know if anyone has come across this guy, but he lives in Ukraine and is giving daily. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of videos. Now let me see. Okay, so here is Mr. Trump. I'm going to turn you guys around. Mr. Trump talking for about 1 minute badly on Canada. So I'm going to switch you guys around slowly so you don't get dizzy. Okay. So, can you guys... Let's go, Lucy. Go, baby. Okay, so I'm going to...
The tyranny we have witnessed in Canada in recent weeks should shock and dismay people all over the world. In an advanced Western democracy, the peaceful movement of patriotic truckers, workers, and families protesting for their most basic rights and liberties has been violently put down. Their assets and life savings have been frozen. They have been slandered as Nazis, racists, and terrorists. These are the names they've been called. They've been arrested and charged with phony crimes. They've been falsely accused.
No, but he was talking...
Foreign powers. I've watched them.
He was talking bad about Canada, though. No, he was talking... Look what... Okay, so he said something in here. Where is it? So you guys don't believe he wrote this? You think this is fake? Because he wrote this about our country, saying left-wing fascists for the way it cleared protesters out of Ottawa last weekend. Okay, if you watch the whole thing, then I won't. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll believe you guys. I'll skip to the next part then. Now another one. Let me see if I can find it. That needs to be closed. Oh my gosh, I have so many open, it's not even funny. And I think I lost the one I needed to show you guys. Okay, here it is. Disgusting. Truckers get rigs back from the tolerant, woke government crew, find windows open to the elements, batteries run down, cash stolen, electronics destroyed, etc. And this person said, I'll stay on the bouncy castle side of truth, thank you very much. So this was by Hebert Hindlebrandt. So these people that got their vehicles towed during the convoy cleanup were destroyed. So I'm going to see if YouTube video got taken down. Okay, here is their trucks.
They left the windows open. Very kind of them. So the truck's all full of snow. And Mike's truck, the windows are open too. All covered in snow. Didn't even have the decency to close the windows. Oh, let's see. What's it look like in here? Oh, nice of them to close the door. Wow.
Look what they did to these trucks. Look at what they did.
Oh, dear. Oh, here's my laptop. Oh, there's the microphone. Oh, that's...
Are you serious? Are you serious? This is what they did to these people. Took their vehicles, took their trucks, bring them to a tow yard, and totally destroyed them. How is that right? That's not right in the least bit.
What's up, Kevy? How's your truck looking?
They should be held accountable for their actions.
They left your windows open too?
But the corrupt government can do whatever the fuck they want. These people lose their freedom. They lose their personal belongings. Their truck's no longer working. Their windows are smashed, left open for them, the elements to get at and destroy their shit.
Truck start up? Yeah, neither does Jason.
They can't even start their trucks. So yet they get them back, but they're totally destroyed.
That's heavy, all right.
So basically with that, so the government can do whatever the hell they want to your vehicle, to anything, because you didn't side with them. So now that you're in the convoy, you taken their shit and destroyed it all. Because they're standing up for what's right. So now, like, I don't get it. That's not right at all. They should be held accountable for that. But you know what? The sad thing is they won't, because, you know, it's our government or these companies that are deciding to do this to these people. Shame on you. So why is the public led to believe the convoy leaders were involved in sedation when the only charges have been laid have been mischief? Only mischief charges have been laid. The gravity of suspending liberties and freezing assets is very serious and requires a full review. So the city of Edmonton, I have a little, sorry guys, I have a lot open here. So someone's saying, Brian St. Pierre is saying, that's what happens when you disobey the police and don't leave when asked. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so now I have, not this one. Viva Ferry says, look how fast these lying, hypocritic politicians throw employers under the bus for following their orders. No honoring among scoundrels. Forget rehiring. Any employer who fired someone for not being vaccinated should get sued. As should the government. Let's see what he has to say.
If you're saying that the necessity for vaccine mandates in workplaces is gone on March 1st, should people that were fired, that lost their employment because they refused to get a vaccination, should they be rehired?
Well, I would leave that up to the individual corporation. Our policy and recommendation was to have an immunization policy, whether you vaccinate or get tested. If they've gone forward and had a mandate, which was not our direction, I would leave it up to the individual corporation to negotiate that with their workforce.
If you're saying that the necessity for vaccine mandates in workplaces is gone on March 1st, should people that were fired, that lost their employment because they refused to get a vaccination, should they be rehired?
Well, I would leave that up to the individual corporation. Our policy and recommendation was to have an immunization policy, whether you vaccinate or get tested. If they've gone forward and had a mandate, which was not our direction, I would leave it up to the individual corporation to negotiate that with their workforce.
If you're saying that the necessity for vaccine mandates in workplaces is gone on March 1st, should people that were fired, that lost their employment because they refused to get a vaccination, should they be rehired?
Well, I would leave that up to the individual corporation. Our policy and recommendation was to have an immunization policy, whether you vaccinate or
Okay.
get tested. If they've gone forward and had a mandate.
No, I will never take it either. Never, no. I will never, ever, ever take it. If my job requires me to take a vaccine, that's where I end ties. I don't, it's my choice, my body. I will put something in my body that I choose I want in my body. Like, you know what I mean? Come on now. But this government wants to run you. That's what they want. Like I've said before in my previous lives, I've went over the NWO. I've went over the WEF and what has come true thus far. So now we're going to get into that a few things in a minute about digital ID it's coming, guys, and this is their way to get in, and sadly it's coming to this. This is what's going to happen, and we have to keep fighting. So, you know, if you guys aren't here to stand up and fight, you know, like we need to. So what's going on here? Hold on. At Douglas, yes, you leave. What's going on? Okay. So anyway, basically, sorry to get sidetracked. Metallica rules. What else did I have for you? Hold on, my notes fell. Okay, is Sanity finally returning to Ontario, Canada, ruling re-COVID back for children amid parental dispute? I can't speak today, guys, so I'm going to go here. I got to, oh wait, it's in my email. So I'm just going to go here to myself. Okay, so this is the date. So it was on the 22nd of February, 2022, the Superior Court of Justice, Ontario Superior Court of Justice. Okay, so this person is saying about their kids to receive COVID-19 vaccines and what's wrong with it. So, when did it become illegal to ask a question, especially in a courtroom? Okay. And when did it become unfashionable for judges to receive answers, especially when children's lives are at stake? How did we lower our guard and let the words unacceptable beliefs get paired together in a democracy on the scale of justices? Okay, so, where is it? I won't read this all. Okay, so here we go. The mother insists the father is misrepresenting her position. She is not opposed to vaccines. She is offered them by the provocative term anti-vaxxer. She has concerns that can be better addressed, but she says her extensive research has left her with well-founded concerns that the potential belief of the current COVID vaccines for LEG and MDG is outweighed by the serious potential risks. She says there are too many unknowns, and she worries that once children are vaxxed, they can't become unvaxxed. The mother notes that both children have already had COVID with minimal symptoms, and they have recovered completely. She refers to medical research, which says that since they've already recovered from COVID-19, the children now have a greater protection from the future infection. Both parents agree, and the kids are in excellent health with no special medical needs or vulnerabilities. So, hold on, there's a bunch here. I should have highlighted it all. Sorry guys, bear with me 1 minute. For the past 2 years, all children have been bombarded with all sorts of information about the pandemic. It has become an insatiable, oppressive part of their daily lives. Mental health experts regularly warn us that we need to be mindful of the emotional impact of this scary new world on a young mind. So, children may not have wisdom, but they have charter rights and undeniable emotions. So these parents are upset and don't want their kids being subjected to vaccines, so she took it to court. And so yeah, it's just a long list of the court saying bullshit to them, and I'm not going to bore you with reading it all. What did you say? Hold on. Yes, the COVID vaccines are a trial. You want me to talk about the Charter of Rights? Oh, I had them written down somewhere, and I had to So you want me, okay. Okay. So the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Whereas Canada is founded upon principles that recognize the supremacy of God and the rule of law. Guarantee of rights and freedoms. Rights and freedoms in Canada. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees the rights and freedoms set out in its subject only to such reasonable limits prescribed by law as can be demonstrably justified in a free and democratic society. Everyone has the following fundamental freedoms: freedom of conscience and religion. Oh, I didn't say that right. Freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, including freedom of the press and other media of communication. Freedom of peaceful assembly and freedom of association. Okay, so right here, number C, freedom of peaceful assembly. What'd you say? Okay, right there, highlighted in number C, freedom of peaceful assembly. So when was it so wrong for them to assemble and fight for their rights? Democratic rights. Every citizen of Canada has the right to vote in an election, blah, 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 the House of Commons, of a legislative assembly, and be qualified for membership therein. No House of Commons and no legislative assembly shall continue for no longer than 5 years from the date fixed for the return on the risks of general election of its members. Mobility rights. Every citizen of Canada has the right to enter, remain in, and leave Canada, rights to move and gain livelihood. Every citizen of Canada and every person who has the status of a permanent resident of Canada has the right to move, take up residency in any province, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has the right. Detention. Everyone has the right to not to be detained or imprisoned. Everyone has the right on arrest or detention to be informed promptly, to retain and instruct counsel without delay of informed rights. So those are our Charter of Rights. I'm sorry, guys, I'm all over. Okay, so there's a few other things that I wanted to go over before I forget. Oh, this is posted on Twitter. This was posted on the 26th. The truckers have left Ottawa, but phantom honking lingers for many downtown. Phantom honking lingers for people downtown. You mean you hear some honking on the streets? So this person's saying that they hear phantom honking from trucks, which is laughable. And this is national regulations requiring vaccines as condition of employment being prepared by Trudeau's Liberals. While most eyes are focused on Ottawa truckers, a preliminary announcement expected to soon ratify the imposition of the Canadian equivalent of martial law. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's. Okay, so we've already been through this. He's already done this plan. We were born free to fly. Okay. So I have another few things. Okay, so here's one. ATB ventures to help Canadian government with its digital ID efforts. So I'll read a little bit of this. ATB Ventures, the research and innovation arm of Alberta-based financial institution ATB Financial, is collaborating with the Government of Canada to provide the technology platform to support its National Digital Trust Service proof of concept. ATB Ventures blockchain identity management solution and digital credential wallet proof allow businesses and regulators to develop use cases and issue use and verify digital credentials in a sandbox environment. So basically, you know, this is going to come into effect, and I don't know how you guys think about it. Pink Zebra, that's funny. If you're not vaccinated, how do you get across the border if you want to leave? I don't go across the border if I want to leave. I'm not going across the border because I'm not vaccinated. So that's not an issue with me right now. The service proof of concept is supporting select businesses, not-for-profits, and regulars in executing proof of the concepts for their digital credential use cases, simultaneously advancing awareness and adoption of digital credentials across the government and economy. The National Digital Trust Service is intended to be horizontal in nature and is expected to make it more efficient for all interested parties to issue and consume digital credentials by avoiding the need to implement and maintain individual technology solutions funded by the Center of Regulatory Innovation. The service aims to support the establishment of a digital trust infrastructure for Canada, explains the Government of Canada. So they're ready to implement this as soon as possible, the digital ID. It is all very sad. Yes, I agree with you on that, Mark. Okay, and this is from the Public Health of Ontario Weekly Surveillance Summary. I'm going to let you guys look at this. So, adverse events following immunization AEFIs for COVID-19 in Ontario, December 13th, 2022 to February 20, December 13th, 2020 to February 2022. Highlights. There are a total of 19,000 AEFI reports received following all the doses of COVID-19 vaccines administered in Ontario to date, with a reporting rate of 61.5. So, look at these numbers. Of the total 19,035 AEFI reports received to date, so this is our surveillance summary of the Public Health of Ontario. I don't really understand it too much, but if you guys do. And then there was another thing I had to show you. Okay, so this is going to wrap it up, guys. This is deeply troubling. This is by Erin Kohlenbrander. She's checkmarked on Twitter. This is deeply troubling. British Columbia gets nothing. Are we being punished or what? Hashtag Canada, hashtag end mandates. So this is a graph, really, of what and when the mandates are going to be lifted. So Quebec, Ontario, March 1st, vaccine passports will be taken away, supposedly. Quebec, March 14th, mask mandate, March 7th. Nova Scotia, March 21st to February 28th for the vaccine passports. So Ontario and Quebec, the COVID-19 restrictions are supposed to be lifted, but we don't have a date as of yet. Quebec, March 7th, the mask mandate ends. Nova Scotia, March 21st, they lift all their COVID-19 restrictions. Newfoundland, PEI, New Brunswick, Alberta, Saskatchewan, British Columbia. So that's the list that we have thus far to when things will end, but yet to know exactly when. So that's some interesting finds that I managed to find over the last few hours. Yeah, being forced to wear masks still and everything like that is not right. I don't. At dawn, peaceful brother. The vaccine passports. Yeah, I can send them. It's all crazy what this world is doing. Like I said before, we don't really know. Is it all smoke and mirrors what they're doing in Ukraine and Russia? We don't really have that. Like, because if they're putting out fake stuff everywhere, and then people are saying that there's not missiles really being, shot at or blown up or whatever, what is the world up to? What are they doing? yeah, I'm going back to work tomorrow, guys, so I'm going to have to end it very soon. I need to eat still. Troy finished dinner. But I just don't understand what this world, like, the government, our government is so corrupt. That's all I can say about, like, they're not for the people at all. They don't care what happens to you. The rich will thrive. The poor will die off, basically. We're all their experiments right now. We're all their little lab rats running around, you know? And the truth is, they're more powerful than us. They can do whatever they please. For instance, Tamara Lynch, Pat King are all still in jail. They don't, there's no release date yet for them. And we're not really free. Like I said before, we're not free, and we need to stand up for our freedom. But if we do, we could be punished for that. So the government really has more power over us than we really even think. So, yeah, exactly. Jail Trudeau. Hi, nobody. How are you? So I'm going to have to go ahead and get off here because it is getting late. I don't even know. It's 9 o'clock almost, and I have to eat and sleep. Yeah, so these people, not only are their trucks getting destroyed for being, being part of the protest, it's just so horrible. You need to vaccinate in Canada to go back to your office or comply with rapid tests. No, that's not where I work. We don't have that. Like all of the COVID signage that we had to do previously and like limit our customers, that's no longer. But we still have to wear masks, which I personally may even still wear a mask when I go to work, even though if it's lifted, I don't know. I have to cross that bridge when I come to it. But for getting vaccinated, that will never happen. Interesting, Pat. Oh, really? That's some bullshit. Sorry about that, Douglas. That's just not right. What did George say? What am I missing? Oh, really? Well, that's not right either. See, I think if people are losing their jobs over not getting vaccinated, I think that's a crock of shit. Now they're lifting the mandates, so they should, in turn, give you some sort of compensation or your job back. Like that's not even right. Something should happen from them firing you over this fucking bullshit. It's all fucking propaganda. It's propaganda bullshit, and the government does whatever the fuck they feel. And there was another thing about the Wicked Witch of the West. That's what I call her. I'm trying to set hers up as PZP. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow while I'm at work. I will set up the new email so you guys can email me from there. It is a scary time, but this is a time we all need to stand up together and fight for what's right. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your support, coming to my lives, cheering me on, being in my corner, even though I'm not 100% on what I'm doing. You guys are bearing with it and sticking around. I have lost a lot of subscribers, but you guys are the ones that are still here watching me. Probably gritting your teeth at me, but like, what the heck? Come on, get with it. But I'm trying, guys, and I appreciate you all for being here. All the donations that I've gotten thus far, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mark, for your lovely donation even before I started the live. That really helps. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and okay, I will listen to it, Eric. I'll listen to it after I get off here while I'm eating. How's that? Please play it. I will listen. What do you say, Taco? Regime is pronounced regime. Oh, thank you so much, Mark. Good night, Fayette. Lucy, you want to come say bye to everybody? Come here. Come on, baby. Troy, say bye.
Bye.
Come on, up. Come say bye. It's like she can't jump with her necklace on. Say bye to everybody. Say bye-bye. And thank you guys for being so like calm with me and not judging me for like, or not saying, you know, you're not doing, you know what I mean? You all are being supportive and I appreciate that. You too, Taco. We're all in this together and I appreciate every single one of you. I call you my PZP freedom fighters. So I hope everyone has a good night. I've been on here for an hour. Thank you to everybody. Yes, everything's up in the air. We don't know what's going on. We will follow it as long as we can. It is a full-time job. I'm trying hard, guys. Some nights I might miss, but I'm trying really hard because I have a full-time job as it is, and then I have a full-time job to do this for you guys. So, like I said, anything helps, and I'm glad to be here for you guys. I will follow everything that you guys... Yeah, I'm back on, sadly. I'm back on work now, so it's going to be harder for me to get news for you guys. Thank you, nobody, and I hope everyone has a good night. Bye, guys. And yes, I'll wash my hands, because I know he's going to say that next. I will make sure to wash my hands before I eat. Good night, John Paul. Yeah, if anyone wants to email me, I will have a new email tomorrow, and I'll put it in the comment section. I'll reply to you guys with it. So if you guys want to email me, then say in a comment at the end of the live, say, I need your email or whatever, and then I'll get it to you guys. Have a good night. Bye, guys. Is it good?